I'd like to call to order Public Safety Committee meeting of San Clemente for June 24th. I'd like to have everybody rise and we'll say the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Hand over heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. Mr. Tania, will you call the roll, please?
Yes. Captain Chevalier just contacted me and let me know that he is not available for today's meeting, but it was everybody a good meeting.
Okay, great.
Chief Malott?
Here.
Chief Mull, I do not see him in attendance. I don't recall.
He's in training.
He's in training, yes. Chair Bercuda?
Here.
Vice Chair Greenwald?
Here.
Committee Member Roden?
Here.
And Committee Member Hazelton informed staff that he would not be.
Right, he's out of the state right now. We have no presentations today.
We actually do have one presentation. Is that cool, Natasha?
What?
Is it cool for to do that now in presentations or not?
What, the cake?
What's the presentation?
Just thanking Nick and Mark for we brought cake for him.
Yeah.
Chief, for
It's the last meeting. I don't see why not.
Yeah. You are presenting a dessert.
Wow.
Good thing you put it so close, Mike.
Everybody's leaving. Good gosh.
No, they didn't need the trophy.
Bye. Oh my.
That's far enough away that we might have actually lost a crowd here.
Damn.
Did Mike just walk from
Cookies and
92673 to 92672?
I think so.
It all used to be 72.
I love the zip codes, yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
The inscription better be safe for the workplace, Mike.
Yeah, we ran it by the city attorney. It just says, thank you, Nick and Mark. We will miss you.
Aww.
Thanks again for everything you guys did for the committee.
Well, thank you.
My pleasure.
If I had any emotions or feelings left in my body, I'd cry.
How wonderful. Now, this is why you saw her at Walmart?
No, that's Costco.
Oh, Costco.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
wow.
know it's good. Costco makes
Oh, I
good
like
cakes.
it. Good. Well, any other presentations here? I see none.
Don't worry, we'll cut it up at the end. We're gonna gawk at it.
Yeah, we're just cutting up here. Minutes of next meeting.
The last meeting.
For the last meeting.
Yes. Go for that.
Move to approve.
I have a couple of corrections I'd like to entertain, if I may. Under oral and written communications on page 2, item 6, second paragraph. It currently reads in response to the committee questions. Oh, wait a minute. The first paragraph. I want to add, let's see, the North Beach resident, George Gregory, expressed concern about the use of the North Beach for homeless church services. I'd like to change that to read, express concern about use of North Beach for a church's homeless services.
Well, that wasn't. And then, and disseminating of food.
Well, that's the next
Oh.
paragraph. Okay. And then the next paragraph, in response to the committee's questions, Mr. Gregory explained, I'd like to add his disfavor with the distribution of food and clothing in North Beach, and suggested the homeless outreach be conducted at the church rather than at the beach.
Nice.
Mr. Councilman,
What's up?
in attendance,
Is that So now do I have to second your change?
Absolutely.
I second his change.
As amended.
And I have another one.
Oh,
You look like, you want to add anything?
Yeah, on page 2, just missing a T on my last name. A couple spots.
Oh, perfect. So noted. In that same,
Heads will roll.
Yeah.
maybe they're insinuating that you're a mellow guy.
you know, in the last month, we corrected it too, right? Yeah. Okay.
Heads shall roll.
You know, it really shows that somebody reads these things. So, okay. I have another correction under 7, reviews and recommendations under B, marine safety performance measures. Second paragraph. In response to the committee's questions, Chief Malott responded regarding staffing, semicolon. I want to put in guard in that where it says guard tower replacement. Is that a flagpole tower or is that a whatever?
Beach tower.
So it's a
Beach tower.
Beach tower.
beach tower. Okay, let's make that beach tower. Replacement, fiberglass versus wood towers, and plans for LA 2028 Olympics. Okay. And so noted with Chief Malott's correction of his name. I don't care what you say about me, just make sure you spell it right. Right? Okay. Looking for, this is on page 2.
No, I just.
The other page 2.
Oh,
So we'll just replace the motion with move to approve as amended.
There you go. Got a motion. Got a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Move along. Okay. Any written or oral communications to deal with there, Tanya?
No.
Adam? Nothing? Okay. Reviews and recommendations, we'll go to Park Ranger performance measures for quarter number 2. Who would like to address that one?
Well, I think we have Trevor in the audience.
Wonderful. Speaking for Park Rangers is Supervisor Trevor Walsh.
MILOSCH. So you guys should have gotten the printout with our performance measures. Quarter 2, I believe to say, for me, think of it as quarter 4, but it's a pretty good quarter. We were on patrol, hitting a lot of different locations, averaging about 2,100 patrols to our parks and beaches a month, addressing about 600 non-parking violations per month, averaging 25 parking citations issued, a handful of non-parking citations issued as well. Something that the sheet that you guys were given isn't reflected in these numbers, or just isn't calculated for you, is that the number of violations that our rangers witness and then address either through a citation or a warning, like making contact with the violator, is about 91%. So we convert to a warning or a citation for 91% of the violations that we witness, which I think is pretty outstanding. So it's a testament to the teams of rangers we have out on patrol. We also made contact with the public, about a little over an average of 1,500 public contacts each month. So that's, greeting visitors, answering questions, giving directions, those sorts of things. So we're out there engaging with the public quite frequently. Overall, good quarter. And another thing that we addressed that aren't isn't a reported measure is what we call our UAP, which is unattended or abandoned property. We addressed on average about 30 instances of unattended or abandoned property where we're tagging it or we're moving it either for storage or for disposal. Try to keep the parks and beaches looking clean, free of abandoned property. And so I think we've been doing a really great job out there. So that's what we got. If you have questions, I'll try to answer them.
Well, an observation here at 91% of your contacts with potential violations, you're handling it as an educational thing, and you're getting positive responses on that, like, I didn't know, thank you for letting us know, type thing.
Yeah, we gain compliance pretty much 100% of the time. If we're not gaining compliance, we're issuing a citation or asking if they're not complying with that, then we're having OCSD assist us in issuing a citation if they're not compliant with giving us their information for that. But yeah, if somebody will stop doing what they're doing and change their course, that's a win in my book.
Yeah.
So.
And the question is when you tag personal property for storage, where is this storage? And how long does it take before you do something with it?
Yeah, the rules regarding what gets stored and what doesn't get stored are pretty strict, so not very many things are able to be stored, especially if there are things that are soiled or damaged or broken. If there's signs that this is obviously abandoned, those things don't get stored. They're disposed of immediately. But we do have a large storage container in the city yard. It's in that kind of dirt lot area where there was the temporary camping area for a little bit. And if something ends up in there, it's stored for 90 days to give the owner the ability to retrieve their property, and after 90 days it's disposed of. So we do, monthly we're checking what's coming up to be tossed, and things that can be tossed are tossed. So.
Got it.
Yeah.
Any questions?
I have a comment and a question. My comment is the efficiency. I've never seen it captured that way. That's pretty awesome to break it down to. I have this cadre of people. This is how many total incidents, but we're averaging X amount of incidents a week per person. Kudos on whoever came up with that idea. That was a good idea. And then just real briefly, and I apologize if I've asked this before.
Sure.
I don't remember. The non-parking violations addressed. Just give me what's a couple of examples of other types of tickets you guys write.
Yeah, so it would be, dog off leash in a park, smoking, alcohol, glass on the beaches, curfew, beach and park curfew would be a violation that we address, legal fires.
No, that's good. I was just curious. Okay, thank you.
Nuisance items. Yeah. Very good. Go ahead.
Trevor, if you write somebody a violation, what is the process after you write them the violation?
For
Do
the
they have
person who's
to
issued
come
the
to the city
citation
hall to pay it, or goes to the court?
It depends on the type of violation. We issue both administrative citations and misdemeanor criminal citations. If it's a misdemeanor criminal citation, it's gonna be the same thing. If you got a misdemeanor citation from the Orange County Sheriff Department, you're gonna go to your court date, plead guilty, not guilty, all of that. The city attorney prosecutes those for us. So that's how that's handled. As far as the administrative sites, there's directions on the back. You can pay online, via credit card or check or cash mailed to a PO box that's listed on the back. If you wish to contest it, there's instructions on how you can contest it. You have to respond within 10 days to ask for it to be reviewed. And then if you're not happy with the review, you can appeal for a hearing, and you'll give your side and we'll give our side, and the hearing officer will make the decision.
No, that's great. I just wanted to see they can pay it, online and just dispose of it. Good deal. Thank you.
Yep.
Is there, to wrap this up, is there anything that the park rangers could use that we could recommend to the city council to consider?
Yeah, I would say equipment-wise, I think that PAs for our vehicles would be really useful for us, especially for dispersing large crowds, either on the beach or in parks. That's a piece of equipment that I think is really key that we're missing at the moment.
And none of the vehicles have?
None of our vehicles have them, but we are working on that, remedying that. But if I had to pick one thing, it'd be that.
So shouting out loud doesn't quite get it,
Sometimes it doesn't. Yeah.
Okay.
And I know I don't want to rehash the police radio issue, but are there communication radios in the vehicles?
We have pack sets, so handhelds.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't have mobiles. They have
No, that's what I'm saying, because I know usually the in-car, they come with a PA. I was like, oh, it's weird, but that explains why I don't have PAs.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Trevor, I just want to tell you my personal view is this program has just grown by leaps and bounds with your management.
Thank you.
And I've attended one of your meetings, and you have a great group, and they listen to you. You're a good leader. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that.
And I think that the park ranger program has matured as we go along, and with the uniform enhancements and the other vehicles and other things, that certainly helps a lot.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you. We really appreciate what you're doing for the city.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Any other questions that I can help with you guys?
Just thank you very much.
Thank you.
Super job. Yeah. Okay, we can jump right into the work plan information. Communications Disaster Preparedness Project. I think hopefully we're getting closer to implementing or acquiring a disaster manager. Hope. Yeah, we talked about that last month. So we're moving closer.
In terms of a disaster manager, that position would generally be during a declared emergency or disaster. That would be the city manager, as identified in the municipal code. If you're talking about an emergency management position,
Yeah.
that has been established. Yeah, that has been established. Rachel Perez is our emergency management specialist. Emergency management has moved under the Community Development Department, and so I oversee that particular function, which is in its very nature very interdisciplinary and would involve all departments, depending on the nature of any emergencies.
So it's completely out of Public Works at this point. Good job.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman. I think Ms. Perez might be present. Would you like to meet her?
Yeah.
Well,
We met with Rachel.
it would be nice to hear from you
Maybe
what your plans are and
Hold on, let me back up the bus so we can run over you again.
Right. No worries. So I am Rachel Perez. I am the emergency manager or management specialist for the city now. Adam is my boss, and if you have any questions, I'm here to answer them.
What was your previous position before this?
I was the admin assistant for engineering, plus doing emergency management on the side with a few other roles as well.
Like as a hobby or part of your job?
Other assigned tasks.
Yeah, okay. All right.
and anything else they want you to do, right?
Basically.
And what did you do in your spare time, Rachel?
I go to Disneyland in my spare time.
That sounds expensive.
But no, we are working on the strategic plan at the moment.
Good.
That is the main goal right now.
That's yeah, good. pleasure to meet you in
Thank
this
you.
capacity. Thank you.
Good to see you again, Mr.
Chairman, could you possibly indulge me? I've got another meeting here in a few minutes. Could you indulge me a couple of minutes to address the committee?
I think we can.
I see it right here on
Councilman
the agenda.
Love there.
Okay. Well, Nick, the last man standing. You know, you and I were the last two to be on the committee when it was formed from the get-go, and I think Gary's coming back, which will be nice. So we'll have, a little piece of the original committee. I want to thank you for all of your help. It's been an incredible journey, but from the first meeting to all the ordinances that we got through and the betterment of public safety. I think I understand about spending time with your grandkids, but I hope you'll be available for any of us that want to contact you and maybe get some words of wisdom. We'll probably do a little bit more formal thank you here in the near future. Council's off until August, but I think you'll be hearing something. In the meantime, I enjoyed our lunches. I enjoyed our conversation. I consider you not only a fellow committee member, but a great friend. And so I just want to let you know that I'm going to miss your cake, but I'm also going to take you out to lunch again. So I just want to really, really thank you for all of your help and hard work, and I just wanted to put that on the record. And I think everybody who's ever met you, known you, or seen you operate feels the same way. So again, I'd just like to thank you very much for everything you do.
Thank you so much, Councilman Rick.
Want a piece of cake, Joe?
Yeah, save me one.
Save me one.
Now we got to go find that table we lost at the golf tournament.
What?
I don't know. Well, I'm kidding, really. So keep up the good work, guys. We'll see you next meeting.
Got it. Okay. I'll have a little more to say on the communication disaster project stuff, but homeless and best management practices, is there anything that, Mark, you have anything on that? Homelessness?
You know what, I did, and I can't remember what it was. No.
Okay. Neighborhood watch, Michael, anything?
Ryan's cooking along on block captains. He's got a couple more. And Adam, he accessed any of the funds that we voted yet?
I have not received any communication from OCSD requesting.
I got a problem a little bit because in October we've got the biggest, the best community outreach opportunity to get every kid in San Clemente at the carnival. Mm-hmm. So I'd like to make sure that he's well stocked on giveaways for that event. I will call him and have him reach out to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, this month would be the time to do it. The new budget hits July 1st, and so any available funds this year would be good to use for that purpose.
Good deal. Thank you.
Tom and I don't have anything on statistical information at this point. Human trafficking, anything you guys have on that?
No, I mean, it's been quiet. I mean, as a city, we're against it, so that hasn't changed. No, we've never heard back from I-5 corridor.
Freedom Network.
Yeah, that one. So, no news is good news, I guess. I do my rounds just like when I would do my rounds for homelessness, and I look for the telltale signs, and I don't see anything, So again, I'm not going into the motels or anything, but I know what to look for, and I mean, if it is, it's not rearing its ugly head at this point.
Good deal.
Yeah. Okay. E-bike and traffic safety. I don't think we have anything currently on that.
I'd be curious to know if we've been citing anybody for new municipal code violations.
I'd ask that they're not here. We'll work on that.
They can go over at the next meeting and I'll catch it on the podcast.
Thanks. Technology review, I don't know if we've got anything that jumped right out at you. No, nothing over there. And the park ranger program, we heard from Trevor here. So I think we're good. It's kind of a closeout for this committee on this work plans. I'm sure that they'll be able to either use, reuse, rehash, or take off some work plans. Burn?
Yeah.
Burn, yeah. On that.
What's the new committee going to be called?
Community Safety and Welfare Committee.
Community safety and welfare. Good.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right, so we're moving right along here. Police services. Captain Chevalier is not here to answer that one. Fire services, same with Chief Mall. So, marine safety, Chief Malott.
Good afternoon, Chief Malott, the St. Louis Lifeguards. Just a reminder, our business hours right now are from 8 a.m. to 8:30. Our business line is 949-361-8219. Since our last meeting, we're in full summer swing, so weekdays we have 30 lifeguards, on weekends we have 26. Since our last meeting, the biggest surf was on June 2nd and 3rd, 4 to 6 foot surf. Water temperature has ranged from 60 to 72, currently 71 right now. And since our last meeting, we've had over 248,000 beach visitors. Lifeguards are involved in over 9,000 incidents. Lifeguards rescued 160 swimmers in distress, no drownings. 1,889 preventative actions, 5,233 public education contacts, 122 medical incidents, 9 ALS calls with OCFA response, 1,752 law enforcement contacts, and 4 OCSD responses to those. We had 6 missing persons lost on the beach, reunited with family members, 2 missing swimmers incidents, 1 found on the beach and another one at home, 7 stingray incidents, 13 encampments reported. Coming up, we have what we call the Super Bowl of Lifeguarding, which is July 4th and Ocean Fest weekend. Last year we had 192 rescues on July 4th, and over nearly 60 were down at Lawson's. And we have beach concerts coming up. That'll start in July. The first one is July 10th, and the 17th, 24th, 26th, and the 31st. We had a lifeguard of the week for 2 weeks ago, which is Zane McMains. He's a lifeguard too, a JG instructor. He's been with us for 3.5 years. I'd also like to thank our public safety partners, OCSD and OCFA, for all their assistance with the LS calls and deputies coming down to back us up. We did joint training with OCFA on June 10th. We have a joint training with OCSD tomorrow. 3 of our lifeguards went to a CPR event hosted by our St. Louis Lifeguard Junior Lifeguard Foundation. That was on last Thursday. We trained 50 members from the public at CPR, and we're in week 2 of session 1. It will finish on July 3rd, and then session 2 will start on July 7th. Lifeguards managed 9 special events, and we have the beach contract classes all rolling. There's 5 of those contract classes. So.
Great.
And I want to thank you, Nick and Mark, for your service. It's been a pleasure to work with you. So
I can't give you too much of a headache, have we?
No. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for serving.
Thank you for everything you do. You do a great job. Great job.
Yeah, I would say you run the top flight program that this city has, bar none. So
Yeah,
Thank you.
no doubt.
And you still have 0 drownings. That you can just
Drownings, is that a word?
drowning. I mean, that's where he shines there. He hadn't lost anybody.
I had a call at just before 4 a.m. a couple days ago from the sheriffs saying that they're missing a swimmer. So I started deploying lifeguards, and then within 10 minutes they found him at home. It was a drunk juvenile, reported by her friends. Didn't see her get out of the water.
That's not how I thought that story was going to end.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't you wish they all went down there.
My statement, but no, that's see it. You maintained it. Yeah, maintained your perfect record here. Good job.
And I know Thursday morning the JGs got to witness a live action rescue. They were running, getting ready to do the LCC jump off the pier. They had them running out, and then what's the one just south? What tower's just south of T Street?
South of Tower 7.
Yeah, so I guess they were kind of over there, and then I had missed it. I had to leave, but my daughter was telling me, yeah, we're there getting ready, and then all of a sudden the lifeguards had to go out there and help the swimmer. So I was like, cool. She goes, yeah, it was real exciting. I was like, oh, awesome.
See?
So, yeah.
Yeah, we did have on May 29th, 2 days after our meeting, I think it was, Tower 6 called, and I picked up the phone. He goes, I think someone jumped off the end of the pier. And I looked, and sure enough, there's a guy in the water, jumped off the end of the pier. And then the public took the life rings, or one of the life rings, and threw it down. He wouldn't take it. He was dressed in a suit and tie. And we actually had one of our lifeguards flying a drone for the community development for a bluff project. And he came in, and we launched the ski. And lifeguard, I called the guard up in the pier tower to run down there, so he jumped in. It was all caught on film because the drone was still up, and so they caught that on film. And with the lifeguard jumping off the pier, the subject wouldn't take the life ring, then he wouldn't take the buoy, and then our ski went in and picked him up and brought him in. So I had FCFA and OCSC on the beach for him. They held him took him for a 5150 for a 72-hour hold.
Smart.
But
That's a textbook
That
use
was
of that.
another close one, huh?
yeah.
Especially when they do it on purpose.
Right.
Yeah. Wow. Don't mess around in San Clemente.
Yeah, I'm sorry, no suicides here, thank you very much.
I feel like trying to drown yourself is not the easiest way to try to kill. I mean,
And that's a cry for help.
no, I'm just saying you can't. At a certain point, you're gonna. Yeah,
Oh, God.
it happens.
Okay. All right. Committee chair report. I have kind of looked back over the number of years that I've been associated with this committee, and I've come up with some data points. For example, the City Council authorized and approved the formation and appointment of the initial members back in March of 2020. They composed of Joe Janis, Rick Loeffler, Gary Walsh, and myself. And as Rick pointed out, he went on to Greener Pastures, became city councilman, bypassed this. So. But, and then in July of 2020, Adam was tasked with being the staff person, and at that time he was the code compliance manual. So we've seen some advancements in Adam.
It's been a long time.
Just a few, right?
Yeah.
And then in November of 2020, we, having initially been staffed with the committee members plus representatives from the Sheriff's Department and the Fire Authority, we asked the City Council to bring in the marine safety folks, and that's where Rod's been a contributor ever since. Successes that we've gone through here is early on was the Flock license plate reader program, which is being funded at the current time, and they say it's a game changer, and continue on with that. That was one of our projects. I found a food care program. Maybe folks don't know what that is, but it's a pilot project the Board of Supervisors wanted to put together to assist in feeding, not necessarily homeless and aged. This is for everybody if we have a major disaster. And they were planting a big cargo container of frozen food in each one of the 5 of them is what they were looking for in each one of the supervisory districts. So we offered, the city council okayed, and we've got that container with thousands of food that's frozen, and it's turned over semi-yearly, from what I understand. So that's a program that's going on successfully. Neighborhood Watch Program development, Joe Janis, initial member, did a whole bunch of work on that, dividing the town up and things. And we're looking for a manager, and the OCSD took over that successfully, dealing with that. And let's see, we looked at the EOC, the county's Emergency Operations Center, and we said, hey, this needs some improvement here. And so we've encouraged the city council and staff to do additional employee training, which is going on now, new equipment, better equipment, and which also included the RACES program, the Radio Amateur Civil Defense Services, that we got involved with that. That's some presentations from that agency. Let's see, we on the e-bike, when that started cranking up a few years ago, we got Parks and Rec and OCSD, Sheriff's Department, in the bicycle rodeos. We got that program that's going. We've also asked for development recommendations to the City Council to enhance the Park Ranger program, which has been enhanced to this point now. We've assisted this local CERT team and helped them purchase some of the equipment they lost in the burglary. Let's see, we've supporting efforts to combat human trafficking, partner with the I-5 Freedom Network. Other points of note, we had some field trips. One was an interesting one with Laguna Beach Emergency Siren and Public Address System. We saw that. That was very interesting.
It was. Probably having it installed next week, or what's going on with that?
Well, we talked about that last month, and it's as funds come available, the city council will consider that.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah, maybe one in 1,000, but there's still a chance, right? We took advantage of the San Onofre Nuclear Generation Station tour, and we also looked at Care Ambulance Headquarters and Training Center. That was an interesting thing too. Also,
that's before we.
Scott and I went on that one. We also did quite a number of presentations on a monthly basis, and which is interesting to see too. So, all in all, I think I've left my efforts on helping the city move toward a disaster manager, coordinator, whatever, has been fairly successful. That was a key thing when I joined, because we were really short of disaster planning. Looks like we're back into it, and I think the city will be better for it, not only because of that, but also grant funding and taking advantage of opportunities there. So I think I'm leaving it better than when I arrived.
No doubt.
And I think that I appreciate everybody's support. Thank you. We'll go to committee members.
Mark.
Yeah, thank you for my time here. I think we were able to accomplish a couple things. You know, I'm glad we got to do some stuff with the e-bike safety and get that policy signed off by the city. You know, and then on the other extreme end, despite our recommendations, the city council decided to move forward on a gun storage law. That was kind of silly, but you can't win them all, I guess. What else? Yeah, I think this city has a lot to give and a lot to be regaled for, and I think in a little bit of time we were all here together, I think we made it a better place. Like you said, we left it better than we found it, and hopefully the big named committee will be able to do. I'm curious to know how they're going to fit more seats up here, or
7.
Yeah, so
Looks like it's going to fit.
that must be why it's only 7, because they have those chairs. Okay. No, other than that, thank you guys. I appreciate residents such as this young man up here, who's here more than some of the committee members. He's the real mayor of San Clemente for sure. So, yeah, thank you all.
Thank you for your interest out there. Thank you.
For me, I will miss both of you guys. Nick, you've been a great chair. You always bring great stuff to the meeting. You bring great speakers. And you always kind of look under more things, find out what we can do a little bit better. And Mark, you will be so missed. Your ability to write stuff up, like the e-bike, and try to massage the gun safety and all that. You're brilliant, brother. You're just huge loss. Yeah, we losing both of you guys.
Thank you. I won't believe the hype, but thank you.
There's no hype. Okay, so no, it's been a pleasure learning from you two guys. So thank you very much.
Well, you're the tip of the spear now, so make sure it goes the right way.
I guess.
Spear's in trouble.
All right, city staff. How can we?
Well, I just want to say that I have enjoyed working with the Public Safety Committee for the last 5 years. Initially, there was a joint homeless subcommittee that was 2 members of the Public Safety Committee as well as the Human Affairs Committee. And over the years, it's been an absolute privilege working on all of the items that were before the committee, the recommendations for improvement. Nick, your leadership over the 5 years has just been exemplary. I wish you the best in your next chapter of hopefully getting more time with your grandchildren. But the work of this committee definitely does not end here. I think if anything, it allowed the city council to review what their advisory bodies were up to, and when another committee had some items that seemed to resemble what the Public Safety Committee was working on, I think that the understanding was that there wasn't such a need for as many committees, but there was maybe a need for a more focused safety-related committee. So in addition to the additional members, the representatives from OCSD, OCFA, Marine Safety will still be with that new committee. With emergency management, Rachel and I will be working with the new committee, but I think one of the other improvements is that the new committee will be overseen by the city manager's department, as that department is the lead on most of the public safety entities within the city. And so I think that just speaks volumes about the work that the committee's done to bring public safety into the light that it deserves to be shown under. So it's been an absolute pleasure working with everybody on this committee, current members and past, and we look forward to the next chapter. So thank you very much for all of your service, and please feel free to reach out to me anytime if there's issues around the city that I can help with.
Thank you, Adam. I appreciate your words and your advice and leadership and staff work that you've done over the years and the continuity of that. So, without further, go ahead, Michael.
I would also definitely like to thank Natanya for everything you do for this committee. You've always got our emails out. You coordinate everything, and it always so seamless. So thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you, guys.
That's called completed staff work.
Okay.
And it's hard to find somebody that can do that.
You prevented Mike from violating the Brown Act, so that's always good.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Thank you, everyone. And I'd like to adjourn. Pursuant to the City Council action, the Public Safety Committee will terminate on June 24th, 2025.
Yeah.
That's today,
It's today.
all day.
Second that.
Is that where it's at?
That's where it's
Because
at.
we can't really do too much in the next week. So,
Yeah.
any second on that one? Or?